Welcome, guys. Welcome to today's show. This is episode 3 in Look for the Errors. I've made a few adjustments this game. I've fixed up the background and I've also no headphones. Alright, thank you. Enjoy the show. Alright, we're going to start a new game. Does our opponent feel lucky? Alright, we'll always move forward the pawns. Whenever our opponent gives us extra room with the pawns, we always take it. So that gives us extra room with the bishops and the queen. With the drunk queen. Alright, here we go. This way, what's he going to do now? He's going to move his... this is a good spot for the pawn. He's going to put pressure on the knight. Now we need to focus on development. Get our pieces active in better positions than what our opponent is. So now we're actually defending, and he's got 2 on here. It's all about defending e5 at the moment. He's preparing for g5. We'll continue to ignore that threat. There we go, I told you that. We will run away from that. We're defending, he's starting to put pressure on our knight. They say that knights shouldn't be on the rim. They're actually grim. It's one of the good sayings. If you look at the history of Babyface Nelson, he was actually a bank robber. That's why I'm dressed up in character today. And let's see if I can actually win today's game. Last game I got a bit lucky. I was in a bad position. Now he's definitely putting pressure on my knight. So what they do is, if you pressure a minor piece, when we try and take one of the major pieces. Alright, we'll take the pawn. That's actually a good move. Now we're both defending. We're going to attack the queen. Alright, we'll exchange queens. That way, if he takes my bishop... Okay, he's done that move. We'll just retreat. Put pressure on the pawn. Okay, so we'll continue with development move. We'll get in check. That gives us the tempo as well. So now we're actually increasing and we're going in tempo. We're gaining a tempo, sorry. Do we exchange? No, we don't exchange. We'll run away. Okay, we're not going to take the pawn. We're going to keep with development. Try and keep our pieces more active than our opponents. And now we are actually pinning the pawn to the rook. Okay, so we're going to develop the knight. The knight's in an awkward spot. His knight was actually in a better position than what ours was. So we're happy to make that exchange. It's good to move the rook here because we're trying to get extra room. Same thing again, we're just trying to get our rooks more active. idea is we want to try and get the pieces up here and then try and go here, and then we can really put pressure on the knight, on the king, so we can actually pin the king to the pawn, or the king pin the pawn to the king. Alright, we can take the pawn now. So we're actually up in material now. Put some pressure on the pawn from here. If he exchanges here, we'll have the bishop. But if he moves the king this way, he'll protect his bishop, so it might not be a good idea. The threat was big enough. We will retreat, because if he moves his pawn forward, we've got another pawn. Next move we can do is possibly thinking of moving the... Oh, he's putting pressure on straight away. Okay, we have to move the rook. Now we've got more room. He might ask for an exchange here. Now he's trapped his bishop, which is good. They call that a poison pawn. So a poison pawn is something that if you take a pawn that looks like a free one, but it comes at a costly price. And now we've actually took his pawn. Now putting pressure on here. We're just going to go ahead and take some more. And now we're actually pinning the knight. And we'll get in check. And then we'll exchange. As long as we're up in material, we're happy to exchange pieces. We'll end up in that final endgame with the advantage. Here we go. Now he gives me the... That's checkmate. Thanks for watching, guys.